Hello friends, I made a thing and I wanted to show it to you. I thought this would be a fun little quick video about something that is not my album. My videos have slowed down because I am working on my next album of original songs as if it were a full-time job. Partially because I have the time and partially because I'm an artist and I'm obsessed with this right now and that's how I live my life. I kind of said I was going to work on my album for my 100-day project, and I've been doing that, but like I know that a 100-day project is supposed to be like a 5-10 minutes a day thing, and I have been just like, well, okay, like the rule is, okay, let's just make some progress towards this album every day, whether that's visual art for the album or recording something or working on writing or practicing or whatever. All of it counts. But instead I've been recording like a song a day and then also writing a bunch of songs and just working on it like 6 hours a day. So anyhow, that's my life. And then the other day I did that, or I like recorded a song, and then I was like, you know, what would be cool is if I did something else today that was creative, but that wasn't this album. And so I had just finally I keep hearing people talk about tab binding as like a binding method, and I had just finally like looked up a tutorial to actually see like what is it, how is it done, how does it work, and so that was kind of on my mind. And so when I had some free time after working on my album, I decided that I would make a little tab bound journal, just using up some papers that I have and really love. And yeah, so I made this. This is for me. I'm not gonna work in it yet because I just kind of want to work in like one main junk journal at a time. But and I know I have like so many junk journals lined up to be like on my list next to work in. But I'm attached, you know, it's my first tab bound journal. It's made with a lot of my favorite papers. Yeah, I'm attached, so can't part with it. Sorry. The cover is a Reader's Digest cover. I have a bunch of these. Love them. This one. And I covered like the black paper that was on the edge with the last of this roll of fabric tape that I got from Daiso that I really, really love. And I still have some other colors of it, but this was the last of it, and that is why I did not quite have enough to get full coverage on the back here, but I figure that's okay. I can either leave it like this or I can decide to do something different. I would, if I was like planning to sell this journal, I would for sure want like the front and the back to be done the same way, but for myself, I don't really give a fuck. It just makes me happy. And then I don't know if you can see, but I used like the last scraps of the fabric tape to attach the cover, because I kind of like built the journal first and then I was like, oh, I should probably put a cover on it, to attach the cover both to the next, I don't know, to the next part of the journal. So that's what the cover is. And then we open it, and the inside of this cover was this like really garish orange paper, and I like orange, but it was too much for me. I was feeling more pinks and greens, as I often am these days. And so I just tore most of it out and then covered it with this William Morris and this scrapbook paper that I've had for absolute ages. That is, this lower half is a pocket here. And let's just tuck that in there, actually, why not? And then this is just like some like painter's protective, like for painting your house, protective craft paper, that I just stenciled on with my archival Kitsch Flamingo and a brush through a stencil. So there's that. And then this is, I love the cool thing about the tab binding that I really love, if you haven't heard of tab binding before, is that you don't have to work in signatures. So you can work in folded sheets like this, and every folded sheet like stays together as its own thing. So you get this beautiful full page spread. It's also totally lay flat. So pretty much anywhere in the journal that you open it, it's gonna lay perfectly flat. And then you can also work in single pages. So like this is a single page that I tore out of a book. It's not a folio. And usually like if I wanted to use this in a signature, I'd have to like fold it this way and make it a really small book. But in a tab bound book, I can just use the page like this. And I liked having the torn edge out and using the flat straight edge in the center. I really like that. Yeah, and so I've found in some of these image pages are from this book. It's called, I think it's called Paris in Bloom. Yeah, it's Paris in Bloom. I can't reach it from here, so sorry. And it just has really, really gorgeous images, and it's on totally matte, very writable, workable paper, which makes me absolutely love it. And I'm really excited to be able to use it in like tab bound. And I feel like it works really well for tab binding because of how many of the images I want to like keep whole. So there's that. And then, yeah, I used the cover from this Dover sticker book. This is from an old book, a postcard here. And I've just used, for my tab binding, I've used this gold. It's not exactly washi. I mean, it was like sold as washi tape. It's basically washi tape. It's not actually washi though. It's gold metallic tape. And then I used art glitter glue to reinforce every single piece of it because I never trust washi tape. That's just my life policy. And then this is from a collection of mushroom postcards that came in a little book that I really like, that I'm down to my last few actually. This is another Paris in Bloom page. And you can see why like so many of these pages, I just cannot bring myself to like tear this up or use this in anything else. Like I had to have this. And probably like this is one of my absolute favorites, and then one of my other absolute favorites is towards the end. And then I had these envelopes from, I think this is from the Stamperia House of Roses. And I haven't decided if I will seal this shut or leave it where it can open like that. I just don't know. But yeah, I can't believe that it took me so long to, I think this was an end paper from some other book. I can't believe that it took me so long to look into the tab binding method and learn to do it. And you can see here we are like pretty much in the middle of the book. It lays totally flat. This is another Paris in Bloom page. It lays totally flat pretty much everywhere. Like on the very beginning and very end, I mean, it still lays flat in the center, but you do have a little bit just like, obviously like this is the tall side and this is just the cover here. But still, I feel like it is pretty happy. I'm so excited to work in this, but I'm not going to work in it right now. I'm going to be good and stay in my current journal. Just like a piece of plainish scrapbook paper that I had in my scrap bin. This was really fun to like go through my, just like my scrap bin and see what I had that was like the right size to work as pages in this and that would fit together. This was a pocket that I had made like for a different journal and put in that journal and then decided I didn't like it there, so I tore it out. So it's all like glued up on the back, but I figure I can still collage over that and do whatever I want. Another one, I used like I think 3 pages from this book. And then I had this, oh my god, I had this picture of this tiger from this stamp book that I had been holding on to forever, because tiger is one of my, probably my most important animal spirit guide. And I just like couldn't decide how I wanted to use it as ephemera or whatever, so I ended up tearing it into 2 pieces, and this is one of them and the other one is later in this book. I think it's actually like right here. Oh, we've got a chocolate wrapper, so I figure I'll like collage over all of this one, and then it's Chocolove, so it has a love poem inside. And then this side I just want to keep how it is because I like it. And then this is the other stamp page, so it opens up and you can see the whole tiger face. And this is, obviously I can do whatever I want on this one, I can do whatever I want here, and I'll probably leave this, like I'll probably do a little something on this, but I just like having it there. And then this is a piece of stationery that again opens up and then folds right over. Another single page from that vintage book. And the last Paris in Bloom page. God, I love this one. Look at this. Look at those ribbons. Aren't those glorious? There's like embossing powder all over my desk. Okay. I could just stare at this for so long. And then this is my back cover. The back cover I did not put a pocket on. I just used, I had a bunch of these watercolored and hand stamped images from a stamp that I carved, and then I had a bunch of bookbinding tape from a stamp that I carved, some more of that William Morris. I think this was like a coloring page border. Yeah, and then you can see the tape, and then I used a little bit of the crystal stamped bookbinding tape. Again, that's from another stamp that I carved, and you saw me tuck the rest of that in here. I'm really loving having this. This is now all I have left of my stamped bookbinding tape with my hand-carved stamps, and I really love working with this, so maybe I will play with that and make some more of that today, because I'm feeling like being more creative with like paper type things today, but I just don't have like a... I was kind of looking for a goal, and I just decided I wanted to look at this journal, so I figured as long as I was gonna look at it I would show it to you. And I totally could have made this piece a pocket, and I just didn't think of it until after I had already put glue on the whole back side of it, so I just decided not to. So yeah, that's what we got. That's the whole thing. That's my first tab bound journal, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm really excited to work with it soon, and I hope that you like it too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.